Hey, it's Greggy Soriano, and welcome to another episode of Greggy's Digest. It's starting to feel like fall. I'm getting the fall bug, and I've come to terms that it's not really summer anymore. And I'm drinking PSLs, and I'm seeing all this Halloween stuff. I started off by painting the cake with a mixture of white gel paste and black gel paste to make a gray. And I used a wide flat brush and I painted all around and made sure there was movement and texture. Because you know me, I love my movement and texture. And I started to pipe around with a number 4 tip. And I'm creating loose flowers. I want to create a painted effect and I want it to be a bit abstract and create a pattern. So I don't want it to look perfect and I want it to be perfectly imperfect. I'm all about being perfectly imperfect. And so if that makes sense to you at all. But yeah, I'm creating texture with a small flat edged brush and I am doing kind of like a brush to embroidery type thing, and I'm adding some white onto it as well to create a painted effect. And I piped on some leaves with an outline with a number 2 tip, and I'm starting to fill it in and make it look like it's painted and adding some white gel paste to it as well. Right now, I'm strategically piping in the stamens to the flowers, and I can't even speak today, I don't know what's wrong with me. That totally reminds me of Camp Bonawana. We hold you in our hearts, but when we think about you, it makes me wanna Camp Bonawana. Comment down below if you know where that's from. Now I'm continuing to paint my little Gasian heart out, and I'm adding some white and a little bit of pink and a little bit of black and gray to everything and feathering it out and adding more petals and blending it and creating a lot of movement and texture. There I go again. I keep talking about movement and texture, but I'm just obsessed. At this point, it's all coming together and my vision is coming alive, and I love it when that happens. It is the best. But anyhoodle, yeah, I was inspired by this dress that I saw at Nordy's, which is Nordstrom, and yeah, I was literally like, oh my gosh, I seriously need to make this out of cake. So here it is, and I am happy with it. So now we're gonna pipe our little floritas, and that is flowers in anglais, by the way. But yeah, I used a little Russian piping tip to create the centers, which makes an automatic stamen and a little leaves or petals around the stamens. And with the number 104 tip, I'm creating some ranunculus and some little roses, and I want to create a pop and an actual 3D effect from the painted pattern that we did on the side of the cake. Whenever designing a cake, you always want to be mindful of the balance and the contrast and the different textures and the breather space and really strategically thinking about where things would go and mindfully being smart about how it looks because it's totally going to affect the overall look in the end. And right here I'm piping the cutest little blackberry. And I just made a mound in the center, and I'm using a number 2 tip and creating little dots around the mound that I made. So our flowers just went into the freezer to harden up, and here I created royal icing letters that spell out the word nom 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 right in the middle. And I just made sure I centered it and making sure there's breather space with the wreath that I'm going to put around the word nom. I'm piping my wreath of branches with a number 1 tip, and I want to make it look a little bit edgy to contrast with the pretty flowers. So I kind of, sorry guys, um, I choked on myself a little bit because I kind of laughed. I naturally sounded like Martha Stewart just now. I said, pretty flowers. So now that my flowers are nice and hard and easy to handle, that's what he said. But yeah, anyhoodle, I'm strategically placing my berries and adding some leaves. And I'm not using a leaf tip, I'm using a number 2 tip and adding some branches. And it's all about getting lost in your own little piping world. So right now I'm adding some edible gold just to make it a little bit more current and modern and to add a little bit of shine and twinkle to it. Geez, it needs a little, can't be drab. You need to gild it with some gold. And there you have it. I call this my intro to autumnal cake adventures. Boom. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, please, please say hi to me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll talk to you later. Bye! Click on the cute little bumblebee to subscribe, click on the video to view my last episode on the right, and visit my website at www.greggysoriano.com. Oh, and follow me on social media in the description links down below. Thanks!